Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? Hope you are doing fine. I'm Nashmis and today I am going to explain to you a science topic, but I'm not going to tell you which topic it is because one of my friend who is very famous has sent me a voice message asking me a question.
Hello, this is Digo Handi. My home, the graveyard, is having so much empty space that I have decided to plant trees to help people. But unfortunately, I don't know what kind of soil is best to do it. I heard people saying that in this graveyard there are all types of soil, but I don't know how to identify them. So, can you tell me how to identify the different types and the best soil to use to plant trees?
So did you hear what Silty Soil said? He wants to help a lot of people, right? So I want you to help him so that he can help other people. So here I have pasted so many types of soil. But from this we are only going to focus on these four: sandy, silty, clay and loamy. Okay, let's begin today's lesson with the learning intention, which is we are learning to identify the different types of soil based on the soil texture and other key features. The success criteria is I will be successful if I can tell what is soil texture, identify and name the different types of soil with its characteristics. Inshallah, hope you achieve both the success criteria or at least one of it. And do you know that you will be able to achieve certain key competencies through this lesson? As you are helping Furudigu Handi, it is related to the key competencies relating to people and practicing Islam, which emphasizes on helping each other, which is also a shared value, which is related to others. So this is amazing, right? You are able to achieve a lot by doing just a little thing. So to start, let me ask you this question. Do you have any idea what soil texture is? What do you think? I'm sure you guessed it right. It is the size of the particles that make up the soil. Now I want you to observe the three pictures below. Can you try to identify the difference? You found it, right? The difference which you have observed is soil texture. So do you think soil texture is the only way to identify different types of soil? Or can there be other ways? To help you identify different types of soil, I'm going to go into more detail of each type separately. So let's start with sandy soil. In sand soil, as you can see, the particles are quite large and there are a lot of spaces between them. So it is loose and granular. Due to the big spaces between them, the water is able to pass through them, so it cannot retain water. This is why it dries out quickly. It is usually light and warm with few nutrients. It's usually found in beaches, riverbeds, and deserts. Next, it is silty soil. It usually has smaller particles compared to sand, so it is sometimes called fine sand, which is carried by running water. Due to its texture, it is able to retain some amount of water. Did you know, though it is more similar to sand, if it becomes wet, it becomes heavy and slippery? If you have silt soil near your home, there is a chance of flood if there is heavy rain. It has more nutrients compared to sand, and it is found near river, lakes, and water bodies. The next type of soil is something which you are really going to be interested in because you usually love playing with it. It's clay soil. Clay soil has very tiny particles
which is highly compact. It is very sticky due to its texture. The water is unable to pass through them easily, so it means it can retain more water. It's usually heavy. It has more nutrients compared to sand and silt. It is found on or near the surface of the earth. It is used to make bricks, pottery, and ceramics. So next time you see a ceramic tile, brick, or pot, you would be able to tell that it's made out of clay soil, isn't it? The last type of soil which I want to highlight is loamy soil. Now, it is a combination of equal parts of clay, silt, and sand. It contains more nutrients, moisture, and humus than sandy soil. It also has better drainage. Have you observed the word humus here? To know what is humus and more about the four types of soil, let's watch a very informative video.
Hi kids! Today we will learn about different types of soil. So let's start. There are 3 basic types of soil: sand, silt, and clay. All types of soil are mainly made up of small particles of weathered rocks. That is, very small, broken pieces of rocks. And different types of soil are differentiated by the size of rock particles in them. Now let's learn about sand. It is characterized by largest rock particles that do not stick together, and this type of soil, that is, sand, does not hold any water. Sand is fairly coarse and loose, so water is able to drain through it easily. While this is good for drainage, it is not good for growing plants because sandy soil will not hold water or nutrients. Take some sand in a strainer and add water. Water will easily drain through the sand. So sand is not good soil for growing plants because it does not hold water and nutrients that are required for the growth of plants. Now let's see another type of soil, which is called silt. Silt has bigger rock particles than those of sand. It holds some water in contrast to sand, which does not hold any water. Silt is a type of soil which is mainly deposited by rivers. Let's learn more about it. A river, when flows down a mountain, brings with it some weathered or broken rock particles from the mountains. When the river reaches lower areas, it deposits those fine particles on the banks of the river and riverbeds. It seems like very fine sand, which is soft to touch. And this deposited sand is called silt. Now, put some silt in a strainer and now pour water on it. Water will drain through the silt slowly as compared to sand. So silt holds some water, and water drains through silt slowly than that through sand. Now we will learn about clay. Clay has the smallest rock particles among all types of soil. They stick together very close to each other. It is very silky and smooth to touch and holds good amount of water. That is, if you add water to clay, much of it will stay in the clay. Now, take some clay in a strainer and now again pour water on it. What do we see? Very little amount of water will drain through the soil. And that too, very slowly, because clay holds the water and water drains through it very slowly. Clay does not drain well and does not provide space for plant roots to breathe. So, only clay in the garden is also not a good option, as it won't let plants grow properly. Clay soil is used to grow roses, bergamots, compass plant, and partridge pea. Clay can be fired or dried in the sun to make bricks, which are then used in construction of buildings. Clay combined with straw and sand makes cob, and cob is a construction material which is used to make buildings, ovens, and benches. Clay soil is also used to make walls, floors, countertops, ceramic tiles. Now, here we have another type of soil, which is loam. Loam is a mixture of sand, silt, and clay. The quality of loam soil depends on the quantity of various types of soil in it. This is why loam soil is always the first choice of a gardener, as it's best for plant growth since it is a mixture of all types of soil and it has humus too. So it holds good amount of moisture and also allows good drainage. The decaying plant and animal matter help give structure to the soil to hold the plant roots in place. Loam also holds just the right amount of water, neither too less nor too much. It lets some water in, which allowing the extra to drain. Ingredients of loam are sand, silt, clay, and humus. Loamy soil is ideal for plant cultivation and is commonly used to grow flowers, fruits, and a variety of vegetables. Loamy soil, in combination with straw, is also used in wall construction and applied on the inner surface of walls to control humidity. Now, let's revise what we have learned about types of soils. We learned about 4 types of soil: sand, which has biggest rock particles; silt, has particles of rock smaller than those of sand; clay, has smallest rock particles; and loam. It is the mixture of all types of rock particles and humus. Now let's learn what humus is. Humus is dark organic matter in soil, which is made up of dead and decayed plant and animal matter. Like when small insects and animals die in the soil, their bodies turn into humus. Likewise, plant waste like dropped leaves, twigs, fruits, and seeds too form humus. So humus is the remains of living material and becomes a part of the soil, which makes it very fertile as it adds to the amount of nutrients in the soil. So kids, today we learned a lot about different types of soil and their characteristics.
Welcome back, students. Did you watch the full video? Were you able to understand what humus is? Hope you did. So now it's your turn to wear the thinking hat because it is our quiz time. Here comes your first question. What is soil texture? You answered it so fast. Good job, students. It is the size of the particles that make up the soil. Your second question is, which type of soil has loose and granular particles? Good job again. It is sandy soil. Your third question is, which soil has the most nutrients? Is it silt, clay, or sand? 3 right answers in a row. You did a hat trick. Wonderful. It is clay soil. So we are halfway there. Let's see what your next question is. Which soil is carried by the running water and found near the lakes? Which soil is it? I think your head is working like a computer because you gave the right answer again. It is silt soil. Hold your breath because here comes your last question. Which soil is used to make pottery and bricks? Let me give you a hint. You played with it a lot when you were in preschool. Yes, it is clay soil. Well done, students. You got all 5 answers correct. So here's your trophy of Brilliant Thinker. Well done, students.
Okay, so now we still haven't answered Furudeguhandi's question, right? So now let's answer his question. Let's check these features of these types of soil. So in sandy soil, the water drainage is good because it has large particles and the water can pass through it very easily. But in silty, it's at a medium level, which is good. But in poor, since the particles are very small, the water is unable to pass through it very easily. And in loamy, again, same as silty, it's at a medium level. Next is water holding capacity. So in sandy soil, the soil is able to hold very few amounts of water, whereas in silt, it's at a more medium or moderate level. As in clay, since the particles are very small and compact together, it's able to hold a lot of water. And again, in loamy, also it's at the medium level. Next is nutrients. How much nutrients are there in this type of soil? So in sandy soil, since it can't hold much, it's very poor in nutrients. Whereas in silty and loamy soil, both are in a moderate level. And in the clay soil, it's good because it can hold a lot of things. So have you noticed that in silty and loamy, both are at a medium or moderate level? So it means both of them are good for planting. But did you know that when silty soil is wet, it becomes heavy and it becomes highly compact, like the same as clay soil, and it also becomes slippery. Whereas in loamy soil, it doesn't happen that way. It's at a moderate level again. Plus, it has humus, which is very good for the plant. So now, can you tell me the answer? Which soil is best for planting trees? Very good. It is loamy soil. Okay, students, did you enjoy the lesson? Hope you gained a lot of information from this lesson and achieved all your success criteria. Hope to see you soon again. Stay home, stay safe. Bye.